Country music has always been associated with the image of strong men who love women and express their romantic sides through ballads about love, whiskey, and cowboy hats. But what if I told you that some of the most iconic voices in this genre are hiding a secret that could forever change the way we see country music? The people whose voices once moved us with raw emotion in their songs now live private lives far from the public eye. In a world where coming out could mean the end of a career, some country music stars have quietly chosen to live their truth, giving up the spotlight in pursuit of freedom. Today we'll explore the stories of 10 country music stars who once lived as closeted gay individuals and how they forever changed the heart and soul of the genre. Do you agree with these stars' choice to live their truth? Leave a 1 if you support them or a 0 if you don't. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with more fascinating stories. Let's dive into this story right now. Chely Wright, one of the icons of 1990s country music, seemed to embody the perfect image of the Nashville dream. She had captivating beauty, exceptional musical talent, and consistently topped the charts with emotional songs about love life and joy. But behind that glittering fame was a story filled with pain and inner turmoil that few could ever truly understand. Throughout her career, Wright lived in constant fear not only of maintaining her star image, but also of revealing her true sexual orientation. As a woman in the traditional world of country music, Wright felt she had to maintain a flawless image and live up to public expectations. She openly dated men to preserve her reputation and career, while secretly being in relationships with women. In her memoir, she confessed that she once prayed to God for help to heal herself, believing that a gay person could not survive in an industry that so deeply valued traditional family images and strong faith. But in 2010, Chely Wright decided to step out of the shadows, publicly coming out and becoming the first country music artist to do so. Her decision sparked intense backlash. Radio stations stopped playing her songs, recording contracts were canceled, and many of her professional relationships in the music industry slowly began to fall apart. Even so, it was this very courage and honesty that turned her into a new kind of icon, a pioneer for the LGBTQ+ community in the world of country music. Chely Wright proved that living true to oneself, no matter the cost, is a powerful and deeply admirable act. Today, Chely Wright has rebuilt her life, living away from the bright lights of Nashville. She married activist Lauren Blitzer, and together, they're raising their twin sons, George and Everett. Though she's no longer a chart-topping name, her contributions to the LGBTQ+ community and mental health advocacy are undeniable. Chely continues her journey of activism, speaking publicly, writing and sharing her story of resilience and faith. Chely Wright's legacy remains forever etched in the music industry, not only for her talent, but also for her courage to live authentically. She changed the way we see country music and proved that sometimes the most powerful song isn't a melody at all, but the act of living true to yourself. In the 1990s, Ty Herndon was one of country music's rising stars. With his sweet voice, he quickly won the hearts of audiences, and his debut single, What Mattered Most, climbed to #1 on the charts. On stage, he sang tender love songs about women embodying the image of a strong and romantic man in the world of country music. Yet behind the stage lights and his flourishing career, Ty carried a heavy secret. For many years, he struggled internally between faith and fame, always fearing that coming out could threaten the career he had worked so hard to build. The world of country music, known for its emphasis on traditional family values, conservatism, and strong moral codes, could easily have rejected anyone who deviated from its norms. However, in 2014, after decades of anxiety and secrecy, Ty Herndon courageously stepped forward and shared his truth. In an interview, he openly acknowledged that he is gay, becoming one of the first male country singers to do so. The revelation sent shockwaves through Nashville, especially following a 1995 arrest that had fueled rumors about his private life. However, rather than feeling ashamed, Ty shared his story calmly and sincerely. This not only allowed him to free himself, but also helped shift perceptions of the LGBTQ+ community within a music genre long resistant to change. He shared that coming out felt like the first time he could truly breathe freely. Instead of facing criticism, he received support and admiration from countless fans. His openness helped spark a conversation about acceptance and equality in country music, a genre that had long been conservative and cautious about social issues. Today, Ty Herndon continues to record and perform, but he is not just an artist, he is also an advocate for LGBTQ+ visibility in music and mental health awareness. He is married to artist and fitness coach Alex Schwartz, and together they've built a happy life, continuing to spread messages of love, acceptance, and hope after adversity. Ty Herndon's journey is a testament that in country music, the best songs don't come from perfection, but from honesty and the courage to face oneself. Billy Gilman was a country music prodigy from a very young age, with his debut single One Voice making him the youngest artist to reach the Billboard Top 40. With his angelic voice and wholesome image, he quickly captured the hearts of audiences and became known as an icon of innocence, talent, and the perfect American boy. Yet behind that glittering fame was a story full of repression and concealment. As Billy grew older, changes in his voice and image gradually made him feel out of place in the music industry. Nashville, which had once welcomed him with open arms, suddenly felt unfamiliar and unaccepting. Fear of coming out, of sharing his truth, and risking the collapse of his career kept him living in the shadows of silence for a long time. Despite being a rare talent, Billy could not escape the pressures of the very industry to which he had devoted his life. However, in 2014, after Ty Herndon publicly came out about his sexual orientation, Billy Gilman found the courage to do the same. In an emotional YouTube video, he shared that he is gay, revealing the years of inner struggle, the pressures of conforming to public and industry expectations. He felt no shame. Instead, he shared his story in a powerful and authentic way. The public's reaction was completely opposite to what he had feared. Billy received tremendous support from fans, and his courage helped reignite his career. Not only did he continue his singing career, but Billy also refreshed his image by shifting toward pop and contemporary music. His success on The Voice in 2016, where he finished as the runner-up, was a testament to his powerful comeback. Today, Billy Gilman continues to perform and uses his platform to advocate for self-acceptance, creating a shift in the perception of the LGBTQ+ community in music. His journey is not only a story of perseverance, but also a reminder that sometimes authenticity is the greatest comeback an artist can achieve. What about you? Do you agree with Billy Gilman's inspiring story? If so, leave a 1 in the comments. If not, leave a 0. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us. And now let's continue to follow the exciting developments ahead. T.J. Osborne, a member of the famous country duo Brothers Osborne, has become one of the indispensable voices in the country music industry, with hits like Stay a Little Longer. With his warm baritone voice and down-to-earth style, he quickly won the hearts of fans. However, behind that success and admiration, T.J. Osborne carried a secret that he had to hide for many years. Off the stage, T.J. quietly wrestled with the fear that living authentically could threaten the career he had worked so hard to build. Country music, with its long-standing conservative values, has long been a genre that struggles to embrace differences, especially for those in the LGBTQ+ community. For this reason, coming out about his sexual orientation was a terrifying decision for TJ. But in 2021, he chose to break that silence, making history by publicly coming out as gay in an emotional interview with Time magazine. This not only made him the first openly gay man to sign with a major country music label, but it also sent shockwaves through Nashville. TJ shared that for many years, he feared that revealing the truth would lead to rejection, causing him to no longer be loved or heard. However, when he finally spoke out, the unexpected happened. The entire country music community welcomed him with open arms. At the CMA Awards, when he performed Younger Me, an emotional song about his younger self, a boy who once believed he would never be accepted, he received a warm and enthusiastic ovation from the audience. Since then, T.J. Osborne has not only continued his music career with Brothers Osborne, but has also become a strong advocate for authenticity and acceptance in country music. He continues to record, tour, and deliver powerful messages about living true to oneself. His journey is not only a story of courage, but also a testament to the growth and evolution of country music. By choosing truth over fear, TJ has helped redefine what it means to be a country music star, proving that authentic country music knows no boundaries and that nothing is impossible when you live true to yourself. In the early 2000s, Sugarland quickly became one of the most prominent country bands, with Jennifer Nettles' powerful vocals and chart-topping hits. However, few people know that before the group reached its peak, there was an important figure who contributed greatly to their music in the early years: Kristen Hall, a songwriter and guitarist, co-founder of Sugarland, and a key force in shaping the band's distinctive musical style. She wrote many breakthrough songs that helped Sugarland establish a unique identity from the very beginning. However, in 2006, Kristen Hall suddenly left the group, a decision that caused a stir in the country music community. Although the official statement said she was leaving to focus on her songwriting career, rumors soon began to spread throughout Nashville. Some people in the industry believed that Kristen no longer fit the image that the music business demanded, especially as she was openly gay and proud of her identity. In a music world that emphasized femininity, polish, and a carefully curated image, Kristen's authenticity and individuality may have conflicted with the expectations set by contemporary country music. Although she never spoke publicly about the real reasons Kristen stepped away from the spotlight to focus on her songwriting and music production career, she continued to build her own path, but her life afterward largely unfolded in the shadows, away from fame. In 2008, she filed a lawsuit against her former Sugarland bandmates over financial disputes, although the matter was settled privately, and she maintained a composed demeanor throughout the process. Today, Kristen Hall continues to write and produce music in her own style, staying far from Nashville's spotlight. Her journey, though quiet, is full of determination and resolve. Looking back, many fans now see her as a pioneer in the country music industry, a gay woman who helped shape one of the greatest country bands at a time when simply being herself was considered a silent act of rebellion. Kristen Hall has been not only a talented songwriter, but also a symbol of freedom and courage, proving that sometimes major changes in music begin with small yet powerful decisions to live authentically. Maren Morris has always been a rebellious, talented, and outspoken woman, unafraid to challenge the rules that Nashville and the country music world have upheld for years. With her breakthrough song, My Church, she quickly made a name for herself and became one of the standout voices in the genre. But her impact goes beyond musical talent. Maren has also made a strong impression with her firm stance on gender equality, inclusivity, and LGBTQ+ rights. Throughout her career, Maren Morris has become one of the rare country artists unafraid to advocate for LGBTQ+ rights, even though this hasn't always been easy in a somewhat conservative industry. She speaks out when others stay silent, exposes double standards, supports queer artists, and continually challenges notions of what a typical country star should look like. However, despite being a strong ally, Maren has never fully shared her own story. Everything changed in 2024 when Maren drew attention with a very personal revelation. She shared that she is bisexual, revealing that for many years she had quietly struggled with her sexual identity while navigating the conservative backdrop of the country music industry. This decision was not only a major step forward for Maren, but also a significant milestone in her career. Coming out was the final piece in her journey to reclaiming her freedom, a powerful statement that she no longer needed anyone's permission to be herself. After deciding to step away from the Nashville business scene in 2023, Maren announced that she was simply too exhausted from trying to fit herself into a mold that wasn't meant for her. This decision opened a new chapter in her career as she continued to write and grow in her own way, no longer constrained by the expectations around her. The response from fans and colleagues was overwhelmingly positive, with many viewing her honesty as a significant milestone, proving that authenticity can still exist and thrive in country music, a genre long associated with conservative norms. Today, Maren Morris continues to write and perform in her own way, blending musical genres and living more openly than ever. She continues to advocate for change and fight for LGBTQ+ rights, carrying the passion and courage that made her a star from the very beginning. Maren Morris's journey is a testament to how authenticity and perseverance can transform an entire industry, helping create a safer and more inclusive space for everyone. Before becoming one of Nashville's most respected hit-making artists, Shane Molly was just a dreamy young man chasing fame in the late 1990s. He had everything a record label could desire: good looks, charm, and a voice full of emotion. However, behind that glamorous exterior, Shane carried a secret he feared could instantly end his career if revealed. He was a gay man, living in an industry where, at that time, authenticity had no place. Shane shared that for many years he lived under constant fear and pressure, forced to sing about women and pretend to live a life that wasn't truly his own. This left him exhausted and emotionally drained. Eventually, Shane decided to leave Nashville, where he felt stifled, and moved to Los Angeles. There, he found a space to breathe, to live authentically without the fear of losing everything. When Shane returned to Nashville years later, not as a performing artist, but as a songwriter, he did so on his own terms. Openly gay Shane no longer hid who he was. He began writing songs that reflected deep authenticity and personal truth. Hits like Follow Your Arrow not only topped the charts, but also challenged Nashville's traditional norms around sexuality and identity. Shane Maley collaborated with top artists such as Casey Musgraves, Kenny Chesney, and Sam Hunt, helping usher in a new era for country music, an era that values authenticity over outward image. Today, Shane Maley is one of the most influential figures in country music, with multiple Grammy Awards and a reputation built not on mystery but on honesty and openness. His journey from fear to freedom has proven that in country music, the most authentic and powerful stories will ultimately be told. Shane Maley has not only changed the way Nashville views country music, but has also helped it evolve into a more open, empathetic, and understanding genre. When Orville Peck first appeared on the country music stage, no one really knew who he was. With his long fringed leather mask and a cowboy hat pulled low, he looked like an outlaw from another era. Mysterious, bold, and completely unlike any artist Nashville had ever seen, Orville Peck crafted a striking image that no one could forget. But behind that mask is a voice capable of silencing an entire room, haunting and deeply emotional. Orville is not simply a gimmick. He is a true artist creating music imbued with the heart of loneliness, love-longing, and the classic freedom of country music. His songs bring a new kind of vulnerability, blending profound emotions with modern elements rarely seen in the genre before. Unlike many artists before him, Orville Peck has never hidden his true self. He is openly gay, but his work is not defined by his sexuality. Instead, he tells stories that anyone who has loved or experienced loss can relate to. Albums like Pony and Bronco broke all boundaries, blending the melancholic spirit of classic Western with modern and cinematic elements. The mask he wears, often mistaken as a shield, has become a statement of ownership, reflecting his control over his image in an industry that constantly demands spectacle. Orville Peck has always known how to craft his image uniquely in a world where spectacle can sometimes make an artist lose their identity. This allows him to control how the public perceives him while maintaining honesty and authenticity in his music. Today, Orville Peck continues to advance his career. After a brief hiatus in 2024 due to exhaustion, he returned to touring and recording. He continues to collaborate with legendary artists like Willie Nelson and Elton John. Critics praise him as one of the most distinctive voices in country music, a bridge between tradition and transformation. In an industry obsessed with conformity, Orville Peck has proven that mystery, honesty, and authenticity can coexist. And sometimes the truest cowboys are the ones who refuse to take off their masks, choosing to live and create on their own terms. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found this content interesting, don't forget to hit like, share it with your friends, and leave a subscribe to support the channel. This helps us continue bringing you engaging and meaningful videos. See you in the next episode.